What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Football Capital for another video. Today we got our transfer talk, transfer review, transfer preview.
It's all going
speculation, rumors, everything's happening. It's literally the 31st of December, so it's the last video of the year.
We got 9 hours until
Transfer
shit hits
window
the fan.
to the transfer window opens. Especially, he's here. Or do we have to wait to overseas window? I know we're in the future over here.
We're ahead of time.
Yeah, so thanks for joining again, Seb.
Alright, thanks for having me.
All these transfer speculations in the last couple of days, last couple of months. I think off camera we did 2 hours.
2 hour.
Punching on about transfers and rumors and all that. Okay, you know what? Let's just do a video about it.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, look, where should we start? Where should we start?
Well, there's a lot to talk about. I reckon we just go with what we know, which is probably the confirmed moves so far.
A couple of done deals that happened in the last couple of weeks.
We'll go with the oldest one, Mr. Zlatan
Ibrahimovic, and he's played around with a lot of clubs.
Yeah,
he's mentioned United, coming back to United. He's mentioned going back to Spain, Molde. Yeah, no, not Molde.
No, not Molde, the other one.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a bloody Norway.
Norway, yeah, but he's mentioned all these other clubs, and now he's finally gone back to AC Milan.
Yeah. I mean, like, it would have been cool to see him back in the Premier League. I think.
Even when Mourinho went to Tottenham. He's gonna go to Tottenham, and then Ancelotti went to Everton, and then you see the sparks of him going to Everton.
Yeah, Zlatan's that kind of player. It just makes everyone talk. You know, is he gonna go here or there? And the fact is, he could go anywhere because he's played for so many clubs. You just don't know. And even at his age, his age, no one cares.
Do you reckon he can choose where to go? Or do you reckon
the world is his oyster? You know.
So if he wanted to go to United, you reckon they would have went in for him?
I think if he spoke to them, the players there, most of them know him already and played with him. I think that they like having him around. And, I always say it to you, we need some leadership in the team, some older players, not all young. And he's the one, you know.
Like a plan B also, even for the young players.
Just some guidance. Come on, play half an hour, play 40 minutes, start the other games, you know. In the last 5-6 days, we've had like 10 games each club, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like you need that rotation. And
but yeah, Zlatan to AC Milan, so it'll be interesting.
That's good for them. They're struggling.
They're struggling. Hopefully he can help them out, I guess. I mean, you got some of the stronger teams like Inter, Juve there that they've been struggling in the last couple of years to break into them Champions League spots.
Been a stronghold for Juventus. Pretty much they're the only ones that you can bank on being in the Champions League now in Italy. Yeah. You know, Inter Milan. I mean, they're already out. Yeah. Anyway, so that's Zlatan, and then we got Cavani. There wasn't really much talk about him moving anywhere before.
But there was.
It wasn't like
I read a couple of weeks ago that he wasn't going to renew the contract. I think him and Thiago Silva are the only two players that are off contract.
Yeah.
And we're looking for a move. And
there wasn't a firestorm about.
No, there wasn't a big firestorm. I think they just went on with their business and got the job done. And he's at Atletico Madrid, not in January.
Nah, he will be there next season onwards, which is
so the start of the 2020 season, 2021.
Start the new decade.
Well, as one of your boys, one of your countrymen.
I'm devastated that he's not gone to the Premier League. You know, I'm selfish. I'd love him at United, but I think he would have fit in really well at Chelsea. Chelsea would have been a great project for him to take on.
He looks like someone that would go to Chelsea, like a Chelsea player.
Yeah, I think so. I think that him leading the attack of any team, I think he's invaluable. I like his work ethic, you know, and his passion. Every goal he scores, he doesn't score little goals. Doesn't matter who he's versing. He wants to score, and he'll die to score. And who doesn't want that on their team?
Do you think? Because I know a couple years ago, not maybe 2 years ago, he was heavily linked with going to Arsenal. Obviously, he came.
Would have taken him.
Look. Do you think that his maybe choice not to go to the Premier League is because of his age and maybe the pace that the game is played at? Do you think somewhere like Spain for him suits him more?
Yeah, I think
with the system that Simeone has, and the culture of having Uruguayan players.
I think the culture. So he's got boys that play there. Godin just left, but he spent how many years there? Jimenez is playing there still. I think that kind of swayed him to go there. I think that their lifestyle change isn't too drastic. Like being Uruguayan, speaking Spanish, you know, he can definitely fit in there. His lifestyle-wise, his family can have a good life there. And I think he saw with Suarez. Of course, Suarez is very controversial, but with how he was treated in England, maybe he doesn't want that kind of drama and attention every day in his life being pumped. You know, oh, what's Cavani
And we've seen what a little bit with Torreira as well at Arsenal. That even though he's been performing well and had good games, there was speculations that he wanted to leave already after a season. So maybe because they're teammates, maybe you never know. Maybe his word like
they could have talked to him.
He's
it's a different country.
1 year in and he's already having issues in this country. Maybe I should save myself. Look, I'm not at the age where I'm going to be.
Look, how many Uruguayans are playing in the Premier League? Honestly, I think it's just Torreira. You know, you look at Spain, they got a lot of Uruguayans there. Italy, a lot of Uruguayans. Like, I think that it's just Uruguayans are pretty specific in their personalities, and they want to enjoy their lives, not just football, you know. And they do love football, of course, but
and it's also could be the language barrier as well.
The language barriers are, you know, you've seen Carlos Tevez, not Uruguayan, but he's Argentinian, pretty much neighbours. And how many years was in England?
Bro?
He still
Valencia was our captain for how many years? Still can't speak English.
Can't speak English.
Yeah,
it's just,
there's bloody South Americans, mate. You blokes, mate, don't want to give it a go. Just give it a go. But look, I think that's a fantastic deal for Atletico Madrid,
100%.
especially
he's a free.
Especially if him and Diego Costa up front. That combination cool
as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
jeez, I forgot about
Felix.
Yeah, Felix. I think they need to get some quality players in to try to break these top two. I mean, they've done it once before.
Yeah, do it again.
But maybe they can.
Yeah,
maybe they can do it now again. So where are we at? Haaland, is that the one we're speaking about?
Yeah.
My done deal for United. No, look, the massive news coming out the last couple of days. I did a video on a couple of weeks ago when we saw Haaland with all them jerseys, and I kind of broke down what the whole situation was about and what the jerseys actually meant. So a lot of people are taking the reports and social media, Instagram, and are making their own stories, and I tried to break that down. Also reports from like David Ornstein from the Athletic, and just some of the rumors that he was getting from the clubs of what this deal was about. But yeah, look, he has signed for Borussia Dortmund after all the speculation of
I would say that the dark horses in all the speculation to actually sign him and ended up getting him.
Maybe not so much a dark horse, because I think it was either his first two options that were giving to him by the agent and by his father and all who give him the advice, all the people who are his advisors, if you want to say. They told him to go to someone like Leipzig. Leipzig are maybe
make the gradual step up.
The older brother, the bigger brother for Salzburg. Yeah. I mean, both run by Red Bull, both owned by Red Bull. So going to the Bundesliga, they're a team. Nagelsmann is their coach there. I think he's their coach there. And somewhere like a stepping stone like that before he goes on to a bigger club is what they were trying to push for. And obviously, Borussia Dortmund are a club that gets players in at a young age as well.
But then there was a strong team.
Yeah, but then also there was the whole Oli factor, how he coached him at Molde, and obviously the Norwegian links as well. Even though he's born in Leeds, he's still got he plays for Norway. So there was a lot more links of this deal and him going to United. He is now signed with Dortmund. Now, I said in that video that there will be two things that will stop this deal. One will be his father, the influence that he might have on the deal, and the main one for me was Mino Raiola. Now we all know what Mino Raiola is about. What the ego that he has. I mean, instead of getting a deal for his client, he's looking for a payday for himself as well. And for Manchester United, as United fans, we've copped it. I mean, look, it doesn't affect our pockets, but when it comes to the financials of the club, it affects, and we've took the bullet every time when it comes to these sort of deals.
Yeah.
Mino Raiola wanted the 12 million. His father wanted a percentage of any sales on him, and then there's a buyout clause and all these other certain payments
whole bunch
elsewhere.
Of nonsense. Anything to make the move not happen. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be like incredibly stupid to just give in to this guy every time he asks for something. What does this guy even do for anybody? You know what I mean? These players without Raiola, they're still going to be playing for clubs.
He's already what he's doing with Pogba. Like I remember there was a deal there for Haaland to come in for a cheaper price, but then Pogba would have to go to Juventus.
Yeah.
So he's throwing it like kind of like blackmailing United, and United always fall for it.
Yeah.
But this time, look, I'm disappointed that Haaland is not here because I can see the qualities that he has already at 19 years old. But it could be a good thing that we are not going to be a club that you can just walk over because we can afford the wages and afford whatever price tag you have for these sort of players.
Anyone demanding this kind of money, you need to be established. Like, he's a great player and he's 19 years old, but we've got great 19-year-olds, we've got great 20-year-olds. We need something a bit different. So I think it is a shame that we couldn't get him. But it's not the end of the... I don't think we missed out on too much. It's fine.
Like,
we'll be fine without him in this transfer window.
I personally don't think he's demanding the 170
of course not.
a week.
But if you're going to let your agent do that for you, then you're responsible as well. You're responsible. He works for you, not the other way around. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but Dortmund, he's gone there. I think he'll get a lot of goals in the Bundesliga. And I think that he's, like you said before about the move to Salzburg, it's not a tiny step... Leipzig, yeah. It's not a tiny step up to Dortmund, but I think he doesn't want to end there, and I think he wants to kind of make his mark there at a decent team, and then he can stake his claim for like the biggest, like Madrid, like United.
Yeah, to me, this deal is very similar to like with United and Delete. What happened there? He's keen to come to United. There's rumours, there's talks, there's speculations, and I think his agent is Mino Raiola as well. There you go. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, who's
Raiola's agent? How is he getting all this?
This guy, he was supposed to be banned. He had a ban from not being an agent. The FIFA gave him a ban for doing some illegal shit. And you know what? He's worked his way around it somehow.
Yeah, he's good at what he does.
Yeah, he's good at what he does. And like, the guy's a prick, but still, like, you can see what he's trying to do to United. And I think United are saying, and Ferguson hated dealing with him, and he's made it clear on so many occasions in the past. And yeah, look, we know the relationship United players have. Like, we had Mkhitaryan under him. Zlatan as well. Zlatan's his agent. We had Pogba is the main one that every week there's something coming out from the agent said this. Now Mino Raiola saying he's happy at United and he wants to stay. But then there's rumours the next day from the same guy that he wants to go to Juventus to make this deal happen.
He'll be demanding unicorns in the contract soon.
United will probably figure a way. But yeah, look, that's probably our biggest deal, I think.
So they're done. They're the ones that are pretty much done because, I mean, like we said, we also had
hasn't opened yet from Liverpool. I think
Minamino.
You know what? When I saw this deal happen, because obviously Salzburg played Liverpool in the Champions League, and I think it was decent. I think to me that he was a decent player. 7.2 million bargain. Who would you sign these days for? Like, we got James for 15 million, and these guys got a player that's okay. You're playing in the Austrian league, okay, but you're doing it in the Champions League at the highest level, if you want to say.
They didn't even make it out of the group stages.
Yeah, but I know that they did have a difficult group, but the way he performed and I think they just missed out anyways. But when you got Liverpool and Napoli and teams like that in your group, it's going to be difficult from the start anyway.
Of course it's difficult.
But just the way they
but that's why it costs 7.5.
The 4-0 against Liverpool, the way they fought in that game against Napoli, and you can see the qualities that he has, and he can compete with the level of these highest players.
Look,
I think he sent Van Dijk for a hot dog in one of the games before he scored. I think that was him, if I can remember.
Yeah.
But like But regardless, 7.2 million. I think Liverpool have got a bargain here, and
it's risk free.
It's risk free. Yeah, and it could work out to be one of the bargains of the.
But that's how you go about buying youngsters. You know what I mean? You buy them for a little price because they haven't quite established themselves as full-time stars. You know what I mean? So like Liverpool, 7.2 mil. If he works out, amazing. We've got a great player, and should we sell him one day, we'll make a massive profit. But even better, he might stay and become a club legend. But you know that there's no pressure on the kid. You know what I mean? You're not going there with 120 million on your shoulders, like say Felix. You know what I mean? Like it's Liverpool. Like I talk shit about them all the time, but they really go about their transfers the right way. There's not nonsense buzzwords going around all the time.
Yeah, but I just think
they get it done and that's it.
Yeah, but I know what you mean. But at the same time, with United, it's always glorified. It's always
of course.
taken to the next level.
Is that because we're a bigger club?
Of course, but that's 100%. We generate the clicks, so they have to make a story out of United, and everyone knows that. Regardless if you're a Liverpool fan or a City fan or an Arsenal fan, you can't deny that the clicks come from from United.
Yeah.
Like for example, if a player doesn't want to leave, wants to stay at the club, the agent will come out and say something like he's linked. He wants to go to United just to get a contract at his club, just so he doesn't
get
leave.
one of those Raiola style transfer fees for the agent.
For the agent, that's what I mean.
We've also got Mandzukic.
Mandzukic, Mario Mandzukic.
He was linked pretty.
He was linked to away. Well, look, he wasn't chosen in the Champions League squad for Juventus. I mean, I think his service at that club was fantastic. What he did for Croatia in the World Cup was decent as well.
Yeah, he's had a good career.
He has had a good career. And look,
he's done a lot.
When United at the start of the year were looking for that plan B, his name was thrown into the mix. To be honest, I thought it wasn't a bad shout for 10 million. Yeah, I mean, I know he's a 33-year-old or whatever.
Yeah, that's right though. See, like, I've never been a massive Mandzukic fan, but he's a player you want again for 10 mil, risk free. This guy's gonna get goals. He's played with the best already. He's not gonna be phased. You know what I mean? And to lead the kids, it's important. He's got a good thing. You know what I mean?
So he's gone to Qatar. I think the money there, you can't complain.
Al Dahail, he's on good money. Money.
He'll be on good money.
Speaking of good money, what about the Chinese?
The Chinese, well, that's another twist in the tale of all these
something that probably
money-hungry players.
Yeah, it shakes up all of world football now because you won't be seeing any of these big players going to these Chinese Super League clubs. Yeah. So it's come out that they've instilled a rule where foreign players will not be allowed to earn more than £49,000 or dollars a week. Is it dollars or pounds? I don't even know. Something along the lines there. And if you think about that, what is it? Oscar's on £400,000 a week, which is, we're in Australia about $785,000 a week. And can I just say, this guy's my age, 28. All right, it's outrageous. But anyways, this will stop that from happening. So they're going to allow these players to let their contracts run out, but after that they can't.
Pounds per week.
There you go, pounds per week. So once these players' contracts run out, they'll only be allowed to be earning £49,000 a week.
Players, and look, that's right. And then you got some of the players that are looking to go that way. Not anymore. I mean, look, just the players here, the top was that 5 players that are paid.
Currently playing in that league.
Oscar Hulk, remember Pele?
Graziano Pella.
Pella, he's there. And Arnautovic and El Shaarawy, like these, you can all be playing, especially Hulk. Hulk done his whole career where he's gone to all the smaller clubs. Yeah, you've been scoring goals. Yeah, you've been fantastic. But look where you're doing it at. Yeah, Oscar, I don't think he was too bad at Chelsea to stay there. Yeah. And I think he could have gone to any other club.
He would have been picked up
in the top leagues. Hulk could have been. I remember years ago Chelsea wanted a Hulk. Why not go there and?
But you know what? To be fair, like you look at someone like Oscar and Hulk, like the Brazilians that could have gone anywhere, and then you look at like Pato. Like what happened to him? You know, he kind of just, and now he's just playing in Brazil. So maybe someone like Pato could have been wise in making a move like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's up in the air. I don't agree with it personally, but I'm just saying, just playing devil's advocate.
Like you always speak highly of Arnautovic.
Yeah, I love him. Come to United.
See, that's what I mean. Like Arnautovic can go to any.
It's a shame. Yeah, I was devastated. Devastated when he left.
Maybe not as good as Vardy, but that in that sort of way is not really spoken about. But he gets the job done.
He's a game breaker,
and he wins you games.
Yeah.
And like you go on for 280k a week, where you can play at the highest level, where people
and
watch
earn maybe 50k less than that. You know,
maybe,
which is a lot.
Maybe earn 50k less, but win trophies with some of the bigger clubs.
Yeah.
So that's
look. Do you want money or a legacy? That's the question at the end of the day. You know what I mean? The guys going to China, I don't think are too fussed on their legacy. You know, on the impact that they make on the football world and the history of the game.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's what it is with these players. Arnautovic, I mean, he had the fans on his back at West Ham, kind of incentive to leave. Oscar having not the worst time, but having a hard time at Chelsea. But then there's Hulk, like you just said, never challenged himself fully, I think.
Yeah, went to like Zenit St. Petersburg.
Zenit, Shakhtar. Was it Shakhtar? Was he playing? Nah.
The Portos and all that. Like, come on, make the step up.
He just
like
didn't fulfill his
very,
potential.
very similar to Falcao, where he was at these smaller clubs. All right, you test yourself. It didn't work out. All right, okay, it was after you had your ACL injury. Went to United, then Chelsea. Didn't quite work out. You went to
Atletico again.
Again for a little bit. Now you're at Galatasaray. I think he's not doing too well, but at least
he's a journeyman.
Yeah, at least you gave it a go.
Yeah, and he played in the top clubs.
And he could go easily to China and all that as well, like as a player, like some of these guys.
49k.
49k a week. But yeah, let us know what you think about the whole China
Hashtag boycott big wages.
Boycott big wages. Yeah, let us know what you think about that. Do you think now we're going to see more of these quality players, if you want to call them, stay in the Premier League, or at least test themselves at bigger clubs? Because Arnautovic could have, like he was at West Ham, was at Stoke and all that. He could have easily, like you said,
imagine him in like Everton or something like that.
Yeah, a bigger club, even at Spurs United, even like we were saying.
Yeah.
When
See, that's
Mourinho
one off
was
the bench
there.
I'd like him off the bench at United.
Well, that's that. I mean,
those are the.
So a few breaking news from coming out, if you want to call them, from the transfer market, transfer deals. I don't think a lot of people really want to be going there. Mino Raiola won't be happy. You know, Mr. Big Wages. He can't get his clients over there, so he can get a bit of a deal of that. But yeah. Look, now have we got anyone else at the moment? Not really. We'll go.
Nothing concrete.
Nothing concrete.
You know, there's a few things flying out there.
Few rumors.
Some interesting moves that could happen. Like, I mean, you look at like the managers that have taken over new clubs in the last couple of weeks. Like, are they going to want to stick to what they got?
Arteta has come in out into Arsenal,
and he needs to make some.
He needs to make some changes. That we just seen a couple of hours ago. With that reading that Aubameyang has told his agent that he wants to leave. Now,
he is Arsenal fans.
Whether you believe the rumors are true or not, this is what has been reported, or this is what has been speculated. And look, there has been links, there has been maybe whispers, if you want to call it, that Barca and Madrid are after him. But then we just seen here an article by the Metro, so you can take that with a pinch of salt that comes from the Metro, that Aubameyang has told Arteta that he promises him that he wants to stay. Yeah. But look, that could just be talk.
It could be to ease the fans for now.
Ease the things, but
to be honest, I think he'll stay. I mean, he's just gotten the captaincy.
Do you think? I'm not sure what the reported price tag is, but if you were Arteta looking at overall situation, would you sell him? He's 31 years old. If you can get 80-70 million pounds for him, even close to 100, if you can push for that with a player like that, you still got someone like Lacazette in your squad. You still got Pepe that you still it's promising, and then work your squad around sorting out your back line, and maybe another midfielder. If obviously Xhaka, will speak about him as well, looking to leave as well.
Yeah, Xhaka's going to go. Like 95% sure. I don't think that selling Aubameyang for any price is going to help Arsenal. I mean, like. Look at their
funds elsewhere.
Look at their record signing. He doesn't even start. You know what I mean? Aubameyang scores goals. They haven't been winning games, but he scored like all their goals.
Yeah.
You mentioned Lacazette. I like Lacazette, but he's not in form. He couldn't find the back of the net to save his life. You can't sell Aubameyang. On top of that, I don't think he does want to go.
Like, I understand, but like it's a situation that you kind of United have with Paul Pogba. It's like, do you sell your pretty much one of your best assets for a certain amount of money to strengthen the rest of the squad that could get you back into contention? Because look, Liverpool don't. When Klopp was building the squad, he never got like a Galacticos kind of player that he's our man, he's our star. No, he went to Salah that was. He was doing okay, but then he was a kind of an outcast at Chelsea for a bit. Mane that came from Southampton was it? You got players like that. Firmino was from Hoffenheim. You got players like that. Is this what maybe Arteta is looking to do? Is it a way that should be going?
If that's
you guys let us know. If you're an Arsenal fan, what do you think? Because I have heard Arsenal fans are saying we should get rid of one of them because
one of who?
Lacazette or Aubameyang. Get rid of one of them. I think just the age that Aubameyang is at, and he's kind of looking like he's at his sort of peak. He's scoring goals. He's proven in the Premier League. He's scored so many goals.
But why would you sell a player who's at his peak then? You want him to him at his best time. If he's at his best time, you got to keep him.
Yeah, but if you can, I know what you mean. But I'm saying if you can use that money, let's just say they get 100 million. Barca come out, you know what? We'll give you 100, or Madrid 100 million. Take him, and they use that 100 million. Just say 30 there, another 20 there to strengthen up the rest of the squad.
So who's going to want to go to Arsenal at this point?
It's
hard to say,
but
bro.
You know what? But this is what I mean. You're not gonna buy superstars.
Yeah.
You're not gonna buy like Dybala's are not gonna come in like players like that.
But I think anyone that they're gonna buy with Aubameyang money, they can buy without selling Aubameyang anyway.
I don't think so.
I don't think they're gonna break the bank for anything.
But the owners, we've seen how they've been the last couple of years. But they never gave Wenger money anyways. So they spent this season.
Yeah, and in the last few seasons they brought in Aubameyang, Lacazette, and Pepe. That's a lot of signings, big signings.
Yeah, but Arsenal need 400 million to get into the top 4. They need to spend 400 million to challenge for top 4. Challenge for it to,
but
to
they're
break through.
They're not going to do that.
But this is what I mean. You got to get rid of some of these players.
Yeah,
to take that risk. I know what you mean. I know what you mean, but sometimes you have to take them risks, and sometimes you got. That's what I say. You got to take the risk for maybe
make the hard choices.
Make the hard choices.
We'll see how this one plays out. It's going to be an interesting 30 days, but you know, to lose the captain in January, or the last to lose 2 captains in one window, it'd be pretty heavy, man. It'd be pretty heavy. I don't think it's going to go through. I think it'll stay. So you got Chelsea, and start of the season, transfer ban. They're not going to sign anyone all year. They started
all the players on loan back.
All the loan players back in. A lot of youth players, and it started well. I mean, they lost the first game 4-0, but then they went on a good run. They were looking promising, and then it kind of turned on its head again. And when it turned on its head, coincided with the news that they're allowed to sign players again.
Yeah, kind of took a bit of a dip.
Where does that leave Chelsea? What are they gonna shake it up? Are they gonna dip into the transfer market? Are they gonna buy players?
Do you think it's a lot to play with that, with the whole transfer ban? They sign players. Now players are a bit, like I think Ronnie was saying, he's shaking up in their boots a little bit about, is their spot now under threat, which have maybe lost a bit of focus, or do you think it's just they don't have the depth in their squad? The players are playing so many games, they're not really rested as much as the other teams, and this is where they're dropping form. From what I've seen, results based, they're struggling at home. Is it the pressure from the fans? Is it pressure? I don't see that there is pressure, but could it be?
Yeah, I don't think there is pressure.
Could it be because there's something about their home form this season?
The home form's terrible.
They can't win away from home. They're getting results. It's just that home form.
I think that Lampard is making some shit decisions. I got to be honest with his selections. You're saying that they don't have much depth, but they're not using Pedro. Pedro, I hate him.
Is he injured though, or you don't?
No, I see him on the bench, bro. Like he's a good player. He's a prick, but he's a good player. They're starting a lot of youngsters, like against Arsenal. That Lamptey came on. I'm sure he'll be a great player, but
in a big game like that,
they got the win. They got the result.
But at that moment, at that time, I guess
you think maybe you need someone else. Starting Zuma, he's terrible. He's just not good enough.
Yeah, a lot of people don't rate him.
They do. I think that if they're going to buy players, the attackers are all right. They're pretty good. They're getting goals. I think they need to sign centre backs.
I see that they're playing Emerson and he got subbed off after 30 minutes. And then they had Aspilicueta on the other side. But we really haven't seen Alonso this season. And that Christensen, he's been decent.
So I disagree with that they don't have depth. They do have depth. I just think that Lampard's getting it wrong, and I think it's the inexperience that he has, Maybe he's not quite understanding what this team needs. Maybe he's still
or maybe he wants to go in a different direction where these players, they're not the players I need for my system. They don't work. I've tried. Maybe you can see there's something in training that he's seeing that he's tried to work on. They're not really getting the way he wants to play. And maybe he wants to look at a different direction. And we've seen some of the rumours. Now we'll speak a little bit about Chelsea. One of the rumours I've been hearing the last couple of weeks is Sancho. Now Sancho's one of the England's upcoming stars.
He's probably the hottest prospect.
The hottest prospect. Rumours that maybe now that Haaland has gone to Dortmund, where they've kind of used him as a replacement of Sancho now can leave. We got our man.
Proactive, yeah.
He can leave. Obviously, United are in the mix as well. From what I've read or been told or heard, he was maybe a Chelsea fan. I don't know if he's born in London or something. But if that's true, it kind of makes it a bit easier to sign because you're signing for your childhood club.
You're right, but at the same time, you look at Sterling, who's a United supporter, and he played for Liverpool and Man City, so
I'm saying sometimes if the teams, maybe United never went for Sterling, for him to say yes, I want to come. I think it kind of makes it easier. But do they have the 120 to throw at him? And is one player gonna change all of your kind of problems that you need, or do you use that money elsewhere?
Off camera, you said something interesting about United and their Brexit FC strategy.
Yeah.
I mean, Sancho would be the ultimate fit for that, right?
Yeah.
Do we need him? I mean, I'd take him. I would. At the start, I was saying at the start of this season, I don't want him.
Yeah.
I think we could use him. I think maybe him so that he could mix up with with Greenwood and James.
Not just that. I think Sancho in the England squad has been playing the number 10 role. one of our main issues this year is the 10 run. A lot of people stick to Lingard, Pereira, Mata is hit and miss here and there, doesn't really get game time.
Yeah.
So maybe is Sancho that
you know what
that fit?
In today, if we were to sign him at midnight, we could have with McTominay injured, Pogba going back to that defensive midfield role, which I actually like him as, and have Sancho in that number 10. And what a squad that is. That's ridiculous, you know?
You can even have if Oli wants to change it up a little bit, you can always have Fred playing that deeper role, and then have Sancho and poor Pogba just sitting a little bit deeper as an 8, and then Sancho as the 10 to give him that bit of a free role where he can create and look. Him and Pogba can look to unlock these teams that they need.
Yeah,
but that's even that's a player. Sancho's a player that, and also with Chelsea, he can be that player as well. He can play out wide where Chelsea are kind of lacking a little bit, and that's why they
and
also.
Pulisic isn't starting, you know.
And
so
that's why also, especially on the right hand side, I think it is for Chelsea that they're lacking a little bit, and that's why there's rumours of Wilfred Zaha to Chelsea now. And I think the $80 million price tag maybe is a bit much, but can that fix the problem that Chelsea have? Sometimes you have to splash the cash to get these players to fix some of your problems.
Yeah.
Zaha to me is a quality player.
He's great, but I think he's had 5 goals in 15 games.
But
like,
the team that he's
not 80 million.
The teams that he's doing it in, and a lot of there's been a few times that VAR has not been on their side.
100%. But let's be real, Crystal Palace isn't struggling this year. They're actually doing pretty good.
Yeah, they're doing all right. But like, sometimes look, you're gonna get like 80 million for Maguire. Do you know what I mean? When you're desperate, the price is gonna go up. The clubs know that you need to sign.
But are Chelsea that desperate for Zaha? Do you think where they would? I mean, I don't think that they're dying for him. Like I said, they got Pedro on the bench. They got Willian. They got Pulisic, who doesn't get picked anymore.
Yeah, but you haven't really replaced the Eden Hazard position.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? Can Zaha be that? Maybe, possibly not.
Look, and I'm a fan of Zaha too. I just don't think that.
I rate him, but like, regardless of the price tag, regardless. At the end of the day, it's not our money. Like as a Chelsea, like I said it with United, I don't care what we spend for players. Do we need that player? If that's the right fit, then pay the money. I don't care. I don't care what your wages are. They're not coming out of my pocket.
Yeah.
And that's what maybe Chelsea and Abramovich has to look at now. It's like, do we spend the money, get our player that we need? Maybe they can work out some sort of deal. I know they put an $80 million price tag, maybe 70 million.
Yeah.
Look,
the thing is they don't want him to go, and like he tried to leave. He tried to leave, and they told him no.
Maybe that's why he hasn't been performing to his peak, because he's still playing on his head that he wants to leave.
Maybe he's checked out.
Yeah, so you never know. That's another one. I think if they do go into the transfer window, in my opinion, they, like you said earlier, defenders is where they need to strengthen. I think Chelsea
send a couple, like a centre back or two.
A centre back or two first.
Zuma you can't rely on, but even Tomori himself, like he's not ready to be the John Terry, that they need.
But I think they're gonna maybe start looking at there first before they go on to the wingers. But you look, in January, I don't know. It will be very hard to get them sort of deals in with Sancho and Zaha in January.
I think this is going to be the January window that kind of changes it forever.
You reckon there will be a lot of moves?
Yeah, I think there'll be a lot of moves. I'll probably be wrong, but I think so. I think there'll be a lot of moves.
Well, now, like we said, with Ancelotti coming in, Everton haven't lost a game under him the last 2 games.
But does he want more from them?
Does he want more? Can he? We know that they bought a lot of players this season. But can he make him work, and are they his type of players? If not, then he has to. Well,
he said that he really likes Moise Kean as a player, and he's definitely giving more time. He started the last game against I think it was Newcastle. Didn't make too much of an impact. He actually struggled, but I think he likes what he has. I want to see if he does buy further back, because I'm pretty sure he's happy with the front with Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin, and Moise Kean.
Well, then I know what he's saying about that. And I mentioned on the review that the last couple of games they haven't conceded, and that was one of their main issues. So maybe that's why he's working on the training ground. And
he's
maybe
Italian,
that's it. So maybe he's looking to strengthen the back just by training, maybe giving him a different direction, different way of coaching, I guess, on the training ground, which looks like to be working so far.
Yeah.
So far.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to be surprised if we do get a big announcement from Everton signing someone for a big fee. You know, they like that now. So we'll see. We'll see what Ancelotti wants.
Speaking of while we're on United, we'll speak a little bit of Rojo. Now there's been a weird photo going around. Now I don't know. It looks like him. It doesn't. I'll try to get it up on the screen if I can.
It's him.
It's him. You reckon?
It's him.
Now he's in a PSG jersey.
Yeah, current.
And he's pointing at a sign that says Marcus
it
Rojo.
say?
He's pointing at a sign that says Rojo. So like, I don't know where this picture's coming. I'll try to look into it a little bit more. Maybe
Herrera hooked him up, huh?
Yeah, there you go. I didn't even think about that. But look, he hasn't really been getting game time this season. As much as us fans want to see him play, we could have used him, especially with Lindelof not being at his best. But
to be honest, I would have loved to have seen an extended run of obviously injuries didn't let that happen, but Bailly and Rojo, because I think those two together, they both speak Spanish. I think they connect well. They just both similar players, so they're on the same wavelength. I liked what I saw of them two together when they did play, seasons ago. Rojo deserves more playing time, and I want him to stay. But if he's going to go to PSG and actually play, that's pretty amazing. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean. Football.
Like I was saying at the start, where Thiago Silva, it might be going on a free. Could this be? Oh, yeah, hey, I wouldn't mind that, to be honest.
It's all right.
Get a swapsy there happening. But look, if Thiago Silva leaves to go somewhere, then maybe bringing someone like Rojo to PSG could work out for you. I mean, the league is not as fast paced as it is
in England.
In England, and it'll suit him. I mean, he's a quick player, Rojo. So a slower paced game for a quick player like we've seen with Mbappe, it kind of maybe work out for you.
Yeah.
But speaking of United, I think Bale keeps flying around.
Does he leave for Madrid finally, or what?
I think he has to, man. I think it's just like we've been speaking about the last couple of weeks about the word toxic and been flying around about fans and all that. I think this relationship, Bale and Madrid, is just toxic. Him and
both parties toxic.
Both parties, like what's his name, Zidane and Bale toxic. We've seen in the Euro qualifiers where he's take out the flag and it says, what did it say? Wales golf, Madrid, soccer, Madrid in that order. You know what I mean? Like, so there's obvious he doesn't really want to be there. And
you see. But the thing is, I think he's enjoying what's going on, because you see when he's on the bench and he comes on to start warming up before he comes on, and they're whistling. I tell you now, there's not one person in the stadium that has a bigger smile on their face than Gareth Bale. So
to me, sometimes he smiles when they're losing.
Yeah,
give a smiling big grin on
he just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, so I don't know what he wants to. I don't know what he wants to achieve. Like, does he go back to Tottenham as well? Mourinho's there now. Mourinho. Does Mourinho
put him back to left back?
Put him back to left back. Yeah, that's where he started.
Yeah,
but like, it is an interesting one. But on your opinion, to be honest, I think there's other players to go for than Bale. For me, because of his injuries and all that, maybe that could come back to haunt us. If he's coming for free, fair enough. But if you're gonna have to,
I think they're gonna have to pay for him. I don't think his contract's up.
Well, they're gonna do some stupid deal with giving him here, giving Pogba over there. Then they're gonna throw in that what's his name, Vinicius Jr.
And then I have to go work at KFC for 2 weeks.
Then work at,
part of the deal.
That's what I mean. And then, like, I don't know. I'm not too sure about the whole Bale deal.
Yeah, who knows?
Does he have to move from Madrid? 100%. He has to move.
Come back to the Premier League.
ASAP, he has to move.
We miss you.
But the thing is, Spurs. If he goes to Spurs are not going to give him 400k a week.
No, I don't think he wants that anymore.
I don't know.
Obviously, he wants 400k. I don't think he's set on it. I think why he's so happy at Madrid now is because he's making that stupid money, and then as he's set, he doesn't care if he's playing or not. But when he leaves a club to sign for another club, I think he wants to go play football again. You know.
Yeah, well, that's I don't know. That's Bale. I think he should leave. You think he should leave as well? Let us know what you guys think. Bale, where is he gonna go? Where's he gonna end up?
Where do you want him to go?
Where do you want him to go? Or we can make. What should we say? This done deal.
Done deal.
Gareth Bale. City FC. He can come play golf here.
Yeah.
With the country clubs. Any speculation? What do you reckon? What's
I don't know.
Anything on the market? Xhaka, we got Xhaka.
Xhaka's off to Hertha.
Hertha Berlin apparently didn't play because of illness. I think
I feel bad for him, mate. I really feel bad
said that he's leaving. Made it clear, I think.
Yeah. He'll be happier elsewhere. I think he wanted to do good for the club.
My problem with this thing is, why Hertha Berlin? There's so many better clubs that you can go for. AC Milan were after you right after.
Maybe there's something personal in there, you know.
Yeah, but AC Milan were after you. To me, that's a better club.
Doesn't want to share the picture of Zlatan.
Yeah, Zlatan might put it on him.
Yeah.
Might call him shit as well or something.
Shit captain.
Tell him to get out of here. But I don't know. I think is it, if you look at the end of the day, if the player's not happy at his club and he wants to move, he has the right to speak to the manager. I mean, Arteta said he wants him to stay. Arteta said when he was at Man City, there was in talks that he wanted him
sign for City.
Yeah, sign for City. They were looking at him because if a player suits your system, he suits your system at the end of the day.
Yeah, he's capable of good things. I think he's a bit one-dimensional. You know what I mean? But he's
with the
good.
right coaching, with the right coaching stuff around.
He's
him,
not a shit player. He's not a shit player.
That's what I mean. I think that he can go to any other, maybe not top 6, but bottom clubs. Maybe like an Everton. I could see him at Spurs as well for a little bit to play there.
To anchor there would be good.
Look, Everton is a good
I'm going to
club.
go with it's a personal decision.
To go to Hertha Berlin, there has to be somewhere there. I don't know.
So.
Where did he come from though? Do you remember?
Mönchengladbach.
Yeah. So he's, What?
I don't know. Same league as
same league
as Hertha. I don't know what it is, man.
Anyways, maybe they don't want him there. Maybe the spots are full.
Maybe they're paying him that money.
As Hertha got it. Maybe Mino Raiola's got something to do with it. It's giving him the best. I can't stand this guy.
Yeah. Anyways,
but
I don't know, man. There's a lot that's going to happen in the next.
There's a lot more in the next
4 weeks.
in the next 4 weeks. There'll be a lot more videos that we do about transfers. If there's any players, any rumors that you want us to look at, let us know in the comments. The plug, we'll sort that out for you. I'll get all the information that you need on these players, all your done deals. I mean, let us know. Look, honestly, if you guys have any players that you want us to look at, or do you think if there's a player, for example, if Sancho rumors true, we can look into it a bit more. Maybe do a video on that, where he's looking to go, or.
Just what you want to see overall.
What you want to see overall, and then we'll try and get a lot of that up for you guys. But it's going to be a busy January.
For a crazy
transfer window. It's going to get busy straight off as soon as that 12 o'clock, the 1st of January starts, and
the fax machines are going to be ready.
The fax machines are going to be ready to go. De Gea might be asking for another. He loves that one. Guys, thanks for watching again. A big happy New Year. Once again, thanks for all the support for the channel, especially in the last couple of months. It's been absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
Yeah, thanks for the support again. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, like the video, help us get these videos out there.
And tune in, there's so much content coming.
So much content coming out. Let us know if you want us to do any other videos. Check out the Premier League review show we just dropped about game week 19 and 20.
I haven't seen it. Hasn't been released yet, but surely you guys
just
talk about
so it's just dropped. Yeah, it's just dropped down. I haven't even watched it back myself, but go check that out. We have a lot more transfer talk, guys. Once again, thank you, Seba. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I'll see you tomorrow next year. Yeah, 2020.
Damn, man, 2020.
Guys, thanks a lot.
See ya.